Say good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, good. That's nice. So when I saw the theme this week, I was really excited. And in fact, I started remembering my only one teacher whom I keep very close to my heart. He was right from my high school, 8, 9, 10. He was there as a class teacher. His name is A.C. Ravindran. We call him fondly ACR. And he had a particular thing that some special liking towards me. And we were all very, as usual, very poor that day, don't have much things. And he had something in me, and he always tried to help me to become better. One day, when I was walking to my home in the evening, it's a 4 kilometers distance, and we used to walk. Now 400 meters also we can't walk, right? So we used to walk, and he will come in his bicycle. Bicycle is also luxury those days. So he will get me to go behind him, and he will cycle. And one day, please come in. One day, when he met somebody on the road, and he will drop me at some place where he turns towards his house. He said, he asked, who is that? And he didn't tell my name. He's Gopi, he's my student, and all that. He said, he's the first class for next year. This is what he told. That means I was in 9th that time. So first class means 60% mark. That is a big deal. You may be laughing. What's this big deal? But in 1978, getting 60 marks was big deal, and the school used to have hardly one in those days. So he said he's the first class. So that is the kind of faith he had, the belief he had in me when I didn't know anything. And since then, I also started thinking about it. That's what a good teacher can instill in you. And I was very poor in maths. In fact, the teacher also was very poor in maths. So that explains well. So what he did, he wanted me to go for a coaching for 10th standard maths. So I was not having enough resources for that. My father said, you study at home, that's it, that's all. Then what he did, he was going to a tuition class and taking coaching classes for other subjects. He was not maths. So he gave free tuition for chemistry, which is his subject. And in turn, they gave me free tuition for 10th standard maths. This is what he has done. So free tuition for whole 10th standard maths. And I still remember him, and of course I became first class, and my name is there in the school some board. So I used to take my children one day. I took my children one day to show that. Now even I was always thinking I want to go and meet my favorite master, but always I thought, let me become somebody, then I will go and meet. And I never met him. So which means, I never thought I became somebody. But last year after I retired, and I said it is high time. I don't even know, maybe he's in late 80s, and whether he's still alive or not. So I found his home with my memory. Finally, I went to his house and I met him. And he was very much there, and he was very much in all his hosh, rather conscience and all that. So we had a long chat, and he remembers each and everything, what happened. It was a great time we had. So I really, with his blessings, I'll take this meeting forward. Okay. So now as Toastmasters, I'm Toastmaster Gopinath, by the way, and I'll be the Sergeant at Arms for today, and I'll take this meeting forward. As a Sergeant at Arms, my job is to just introduce the club to you. Please come inside, otherwise I have very less audience. So, Toastmasters is a worldwide organization imparting training in public speaking, leadership and communication. It started exactly 100 years ago, so which means we are celebrating 100 years. And for anything to be in existence for 100 years is a big deal. So those who are new, you can think about it. So it started in US, and they have 270,000 odd members as Toastmasters in them, with 14,000 clubs all over the world in about 150 countries. That's about Toastmasters. Now, as a Toastmaster, Sergeant at Arms, I have few announcements to make. Today, we don't want to interrupt any speaker, so please take your mobile, and I have already switched it to silent mode. So please put it in silent mode. I'll give you 5 seconds to do that, so that we have minimum interruption. And if you want to go out or something, or speak to somebody, some emergency, please move out only when the speaker is back and people are clapping. In other words, when somebody finish speaking, please clap, so that you can do whatever you want to do in those few seconds. Okay, so the third thing is about the toilet. One more thing. Globally, we have a system that we don't talk about SRP, that is sex, religion and politics in Toastmasters. That is kept for other entertainment outside. Okay. So these are the three things, and we have toilets on our left, so you can get some help from the security, and we have water on the table. So with that, I have finished all that ground rules for today, and I would like to introduce the next person who will be taking the meeting forward. He's a very interesting friend of mine, and he is the president of this club, and he is more than Toastmasters. To me, he is known as a podcaster. So he does wonderful podcasts, and some of you would have heard. Otherwise, please find out and get the podcast and listen to him. I was also, benefited by being audience for him one day. So that is so nice of him. He's working in aerospace industry, and although he has been only in Toastmasters for over a year, he has become a very established Toastmaster. Please help me welcome the president of today, Toastmaster Akshay Srivastava.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How is everyone doing? Great. Take 15 seconds to settle down. Okay. So we recall about our teachers. Everyone has a story to tell, and same is with me. When I was doing my primary education, I used to go to a separate tuition as well in the evenings. And like every other tuition teacher, my tuition teacher was also strict. No wonder in that. But apart from the regular strict habits which she used to have, she has a habit of giving a homework for every day, and that homework was writing tables from 2 to 20 daily. Daily, every day of the year, 365 days of the year, I have to write the table. Not only me, everyone in the tuition has to write the table. If we are on an off, like on Sunday, we don't used to go to tuitions. On that day as well, I have to write the table from 2 to 20. So for example, if I am on off from Friday to Sunday and I have to go to tuition back on Monday, I have to write 3 times, 2 to 20, each and every table. At that point of time, I was in around 5th to 6th standard, and no one in my school or maybe in the class never used to remember all those tables from 2 to 20. They have to multiply it manually, and then people used to use in the mathematical calculations. But I was the one, because of the decision which my tuition teacher took for me, I used to use all those calculations in my mathematics and everywhere. And all these things helped me when I was preparing for my competitive examinations. People were actually manually multiplying and doing all those things, and all those things were on my tips. At that time, when I was in school, I used to think then why she's giving me a lot of homework, every homework, there's like similar homework for each and every day. If I'm on a off on Saturday and Sunday, Saturday is fine, Sunday I can leave that homework, right? But I understood the importance of this thing when I was writing some various exams, and definitely the decision which she took for me, I was unaware of the importance of that decision at that point of time, but definitely it was a really good decision, and she played a really important role as my tuition teacher or my mentor at that point of time. And that's why I wanted to share this story today. And at this note, I want to start this meeting number 88 of Whitefield Toastmasters with a stroke of gavel. So, apart from this, if you remember, our VP Education started an initiative last month of putting a role of the month initiative, in which a particular role of the meeting has to be introduced. Last month it was general evaluator, and any experienced Toastmaster will actually showcase that role for few weeks in the month, and for the upcoming weeks or the remaining weeks, other Toastmasters who are new in the club, the members, will take up that role following those guidelines. So for this particular month, the role of the month is timer, and that will be taken care by our member, Area Director, Toastmaster Vaishak Suresh, who is in the house. Please give it up for Toastmaster Vaishak. And as the ritual of Whitefield Toastmaster says, all the guests who are first timer in the meeting, please raise your hand. We have 4 in the house. So starting from the left, sir, you have to tell us about 3 things. What's your name? Where do you stay in Bangalore? And how do you got to know about Whitefield Toastmasters? You can stand there and tell us about this thing.
Yeah, I am and I attend the
Okay.
and I tried to start like long back, but like I shifted to like from Bangalore to Pune. I have been like there I can find like nearby to my area, so I live there. So recently like after a long time I shifted again back to Bangalore.
Okay.
So I was looking at that from like the Toastmasters or the website or that. So I will do that and I find this for like nearby like
What's your name again, sir?
Ranjit.
Ranjit. Thank you so much. Welcome, Ranjit. Yes, you can start. You are? Danusha. Okay.
I stay near outer.
Okay.
I know about Toastmasters since college. Friday we had a session at work and I was recommending some of my team members to go and try out Toastmasters. And then I realized I never had been experience in Toastmasters before we recommended it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Danusha, right? Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Pranesh and I recently moved back to Polytechnics. I've been aware of Toastmasters since quite some time now. But since I recently moved to Bangalore, I thought I'll explore this option, this option available.
Okay.
So I thought I'll make it.
Thank you. Welcome. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dilda. I have been a part of Toastmasters since 2021, and in my club in Indore, I also got the opportunity to play various leadership roles. I recently shifted to Bangalore a month ago, and I was very excited to experience the clubs here as well. So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Please, sir. Yes.
Yeah, my name is Vijay Kumar. I'm basically a reporter. So my neighbor, I met him today morning when he told about this event, and I thought I will just attend and see how things are shaping here. So I don't have any other wonderful idea about Toastmasters.
Okay.
I just browsed through the Wikipedia.
Okay.
Got some idea about it. Okay, great.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Anyone else in the house who is coming for the first time to Toastmasters meeting, to Whitefield Toastmasters Club meeting? Okay. I request all the members and the guests here to give it up for the guest in the house, please. So, as we were talking about teachers, Gopi sir mentioned one incident, I mentioned one incident from my studenthood. Now it's time. I'll not steal any more thunder from our Toastmaster of the day. It's time to call our very dynamic and charming Toastmaster of the day. She's taking up various roles like contest masters and the host very marvelously these days. Please help me welcome Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bunny, down to the stage, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Wow, what an energy. So today we are celebrating Teachers' Day, right? Today is something special. Who are teachers? Teachers are the foundation of education, right? They shape the young minds and they guide us to become successful in our careers, in our life. But their contributions are often unnoticed. We don't call them out, we don't thank them. So today we are honoring this day to, remember them, remember their efforts, remember the role they play in our lives, in our growth, by saying a small thank you, and you all can just say it within and just thank them for, their contributions, their time that they put in our growth. And it is truly my privilege as the Toastmaster of the day to take up this role and, thank the teachers, the mentors who serve as inspiration in our lives. So let's get started. There's a short story that I want to share actually. One of my friends, we just met over lunch the other day, and she was like, what is this, yaar? I mean, just look at the language. The grammar is not correct. The words are hello ko, they've written hi, they've written for okay, they've written K. Like, what's going on these days? I was like, keep your grammar radar off. At case when you meet me, so she happens to be an English teacher, and she always is in that role. So what I'm trying to say is being a teacher is not easy. Once you take up that role, you're always on that role. The other day we were just driving down and there was a billboard and she's like, what is this? Look at the spelling. It's wrong. I was like, okay, but that's how it is. So yeah, teachers can get little nitpicky and it's very difficult for them to shut off from their roles. With that, I would like to call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Prashant. He works with Hindustan Unilever as a program manager. And he says that his calmness is my distinctive quality unless triggered beyond my threshold. So guys, be careful. One lesson that his teacher taught him is to have patience. Everybody has their own body and mind clock that they function with. So that's that. And one significant impact in his life is that a teacher has created is the teacher in my second class who treated me as her own son, which is a very big thing. She ensured that I passed my second class with 35% after joining English medium school directly from local medium. I still take her blessings by visiting her place. I think that's truly incredible to, not just take the learnings but continue and, give back. Some of us really forget in our daily lives to give back. So that's really commendable, Toastmaster Prashant, and I would now like to call you on stage. Give it up.
Thank you.
You have the mic.
I need to come back to you. Thank you. Did you say something? Okay. Good morning, everyone. So before I start, our TMOD and presiding officer have already set the context or the theme. But I will say the two important events that we mark or celebrated in India are the Teachers' Day and the Lord Ganesha's festival. Yesterday. Without bias, I will say both of us play a very vital role in our life. Right? Because they both remove the obstacles from our life and they will set us on the path of success and enlightenment. Right? So to relate to one of the story that really a year back when I joined or visited Toastmasters as a guest, the unsung heroes that probably I saw in this session were our DTM Mazahir because of his sense of humor and positivity, our DTM Nibi because of the articulation I could see in her, and our Toastmasters Radha. She's not here, in the way she politely spoke to everyone. That was the day I realized the unsung heroes might not be teachers from the school or college, but it can be from any part of our life. I hope you all agree with that. Now, I am Toastmaster Prashant. I am playing the role of general evaluator today, and my duty is to evaluate the overall session of how it's being conducted by our group. In this, it's not only me who will do that. I have a wonderful company of tag team who will support me in enabling this role successfully. Before I call my tag team, TAG, I'll follow in this order. One initiative that the ExCom and VP have taken is giving a sense of learnability from the members in this house who are already there where we all want to be. He spoke about the role of the month. So for this month, the role of the month is timer, and we definitely have one of the person where we all probably want to be there where he has already reached. And that is our very own Toastmaster, who is the member since 2022. He served as Sergeant at Arms for 2 terms and he was the VP PR also. Recently, he was the champion of the concluded ISC contest and finally our area director for this tenure. So I am excited to welcome our Toastmaster Vaishak to brief about the timer role for you all. Thank you. Thank you, Vaishak.
Good morning, everyone. Anyone who knows someone from Amrita College, Coimbatore? Okay. If that certain friend is from the electrical department, the name Madhu Mohan, if I say that name right now, they'll pee in their pants, for sure. He is a professor who shaped us to the people we are today. There is no one from my batch who has not gone through his, let's say, path of fiery coal. We all had to walk it. Let me give you an example. No notes during his class. You're not supposed to write anything. Listen to him with absolute attention. He will ask questions, somewhat like a listener role in Toastmasters. Towards the end of his class, he'll ask what all questions, what all he covered during his class. And he gives an assignment that day, which you have to submit at 23:59 of the same day. If your email, by any chance, Google decides to play a little game with you and reaches at 12 the next day, gone. Your submission is not accepted. So I learned the importance of time from him. And I've been following that ever since because it's sort of been drilled into me. So ladies and gentlemen, the role of a timer is to make sure that the meeting goes on time. Record what all time each role taker is taking, be it prepared speech, be it table topics, evaluation, the general evaluator, the sergeant at arms, the presiding officer. Make sure that we note down everyone's timing and then we give a report at the end of the meeting where we help them to improve in case they have taken a little extra time. Because there's a famous saying, right? Time is money. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'll come towards the end of our meeting with my report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Can I? Moving on to the next tactic. Role player summing. So he's our counter for today. He's the one who has a feeling that his 7th class lecturer, Mr. Muthukumar, has a significant impact on his life. That's what he has taught him, to be curious in life but take life easy. That is why I believe he is extending his student journey of being a student by pursuing masters. So, and the one thing is, he's our new member for today. This is his first role. So let's all wholeheartedly applause and welcome our counter Samir.
Good morning, gentlemen and Toastmasters and guests. Today is my first role of the day, role of any meeting actually. So, have you ever watched a TED Talk and instead of being inspired, you're thinking about how many times did the person say, yep, that's my role for today. So the role of an R counter is to note down catches or phrases that have been used as filler words in any speech. In any speech, all right? So catches and phrases can include words such as and, but, so, and you know. Filler words such as but, are also being used in the meeting. I'll be noting them down. Then, yes, so that is my role. And at the end of the meeting, I will be reporting all of these words and you can improvise on that. So the tip of the day would be to, in case you're stammering or stuttering at any point of time, you can just take a pause, take a deep breath, and then go ahead with your speech. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Time to welcome our final tag team companion. He is the one who is he prefers to talk less in life. And outside this club, I have experience of it because we tend to share some common campus walkthroughs and he talks very less. I really have to nudge him to talk. So he says his mantra of success in life is read more, talk less. So being an avid reader, I believe the grammarian rule actually fits him very well. He can actually assess what people are using and actually suggest also how people can correct. Right? So I would like to welcome our grammarian Abhinesh and help walk through your role to the team. Thank you.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, as a grammarian, my responsibility is to pay close attention to any of the speaker who is speaking on the stage and to make notes of improper usage of English language as well as usage of some outstanding words, quotes, sayings or even thoughts. It is also my responsibility to introduce the word as well as the phrase of the day. I found this interesting word and I would like to present it as the word of the day. It's spelled as P-E-N-C-H-A-N-T and it is pronounced as, wait for it, penchant. So it has a French derivation, but in American English it can be called as penchant. Thank you, Toastmaster Gopinath, for that. So the meaning of penchant is having a strong liking towards something. An example usage for the word can be, in a nutshell, his penchant for music has earned him many awards. The phrase of the day is in a nutshell, which means to summarize in few words. An example usage can be, for example, you are talking to somebody who can be your manager and the manager is quite frustrated with what you're saying. They can say something like, can you please tell me in a nutshell what you want to say? So that's the word. I would encourage every speaker who is on the stage today to use the word of the day as well as the phrase of the day. And the audience, upon the usage by the speaker, please show them your token of appreciation by a thumbs up whenever they use the word or the phrase. I'll present my report at the end of this meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. For now, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right. So I'm handing over the stage to our TMOD to conduct the session forward. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for that lovely stage and calling in the tag team. So we have 3 sessions today. One is the prepared speech, one is the table topics, and then we'll have the evaluation. We just had the round of explanations on what a general evaluator and the tag team does. Now we'll move on to what an evaluator does. To do that, we have our evaluators in place, and I would like to introduce our next evaluator. One distinctive quality that sets her apart is her authenticity. So yeah, that's that. And she believes that we need to be open to ideas and we need to go all in when we are doing something, whether it's work or personal life, so the desired outcomes will flow. And one thing that she feels that the teacher has had a significant impact on her life is that she's been lucky. She's been among the lucky ones who've had more than one teacher in her life who has guided her and has made significant impact. So she's none other than the co-founder of Blue Jeans, and she is also the visiting faculty in few hospitals. So let's give it up for Nibby.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good morning. So our first speaker will be delivering Project 2 from Level 1. And the purpose of the project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. All the best to the speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Can I have the mic? Okay. now we will have our second evaluator. She has one distinctive quality, is that she has patience and calmness in difficult situations, which is I think quite rare to find in a metro city and city like Bangalore. So one lesson that the teacher has taught her and she still resonates with is that everything will happen in its own time. So have patience and be happy. That's something I think I will take back. And one teacher who had a significant impact on her life is, there are many. Even she has a lot of teachers who've had significant impact, and she considers everyone as a teacher if she learns anything from them. So I think that's a very good attitude to have in life. So with that, I think I will call upon Monica, who works in ExxonMobil as price and margin analyst. Give it up for Monica, guys.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so I'll not repeat the objective because it will remain same, as the second speaker is also having the same objective, and he is also delivering the L1 and P2 project. So with that, I would just like to wish him all the best for his speech, and will wait for his speech eagerly. Thank you.
Okay, story time. So when I was in 10th standard, I used to travel for my classes, which was near to my school. We had our boards coming up, we were all stressed out, and that is the only thing in life to worry about at that age. So we were studying, and we had our exams going on, we were speaking to our friends, wishing each other all the best. But there was our teacher, his name was Naidu sir, and he had done something which was very special and very impactful. What he did was, he went to each and every student's house and gave a card to wish them best of luck. At that age, it was a very small thing that yes, a person came in, gave his blessings, wished all the best. But now in hindsight, when I look back and see what was done, it was a very big thing, because he gave me the confidence. He showed me that, hey, I'm there from behind, and whatever we have learned together and I've made you learn, you're truly going to master it. One learning that he left with me is that mistakes are not silly, it is us who is silly. So make your mistakes, learn and grow. So yeah, that is something which is very impactful that he has left with me. Now I think let's get started with the speeches, right? Because we've known what the roles are, we know how the session will go about. So let's actually dive into the session. So our first speaker for today is Aditya Khair. About him, he's going to deliver his L1 P2 speech, and a teacher who had a significant impact in his life is, in his words, my cricket coach. Growing up, I wanted to be a cricketer and would spend lots of time with my coach. Some of his lessons, not just his lessons on cricket, but on life in general, have stayed with me for a long time. And his distinctive quality is that he is passionate about everything that he does in life, whether personally or professionally. One lesson a teacher taught him that he still resonates with even today is that if you really want something, like really want it, keep pursuing it, and then it's no matter of if, but or when. So with that, I think all the best, Aditya, and please come on stage and let's hear it for him, guys.
Thank you, Toastmaster today, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'd like to start my speech with a simple question. How many of you struggle to explain what you do in professional life to your friends and to your family? right? I see a lot of hands, so it happens to me all the time. So the general question that I get is, what do you do in life? And then when I respond by saying that I'm a product manager for an e-commerce company, I get a really blank look as a response, as if the other person is saying, do you really expect us to understand what that means? So as I was procrastinating speech topics for my speech here today, I thought, how about I demystify one of the most misunderstood professions, which is the role of a technology product manager. Before I explain what a product manager is, I thought, how about I explain what it is not? So that's maybe what I will start by talking about. The usual confusion that people have, typically they confuse product management with program or project management. I think we already have a program manager amidst us. So please correct me if my definition of program is not at its best. But let's start with project management. Project management, in my understanding, usually refers to physical domains like infrastructure or operations. Usually by the time a project manager comes on board, the research, planning, design phase of a project is already completed by somebody else. And the primary responsibility of a project manager is to deliver the scope, the agreed scope decided by somebody else, and ensure that the project lands within budget and timelines. On the other hand, a program manager would probably manage a portfolio of projects at the same time. In my opinion, the kind of organizations in which a program manager sort of role exists are slightly bigger, complex organizations where initiatives cut across various different teams who typically have different objectives or goals, and hence the primary responsibility of a program manager becomes to bring strategic alignment amidst those teams and ensure they're working towards the common initiative, and then of course ensure that it's delivered on time. So hopefully that explains what product management is not, right? So next, let's talk about what product management is. So for that, I probably want to start by showing you a diagram. Apologies if the size is a bit small. I hope people at the back are able to see this, right? So the easiest explanation for me of the role of a digital product manager would be somebody who sits at a cross section of these four roles in a tech organization, which is usually customer, business, technology, and UX design. I'll try to maybe also explain it with a simple definition. So usually a product manager starts with the customer by understanding their needs, translate those into business goals that you would like to meet for your organization, define a vision and success, or define what success looks like, and then rally other teams behind that vision in making that vision a reality. I'm sure all that sounds great, but the next question that typically follows is, but what is this product in product management, right? What is the product that you manage? So again, in a nutshell, my definition of products would be threefold. The first are very simply physical products. Physical products like products that you manage in an FMCG company, or automobiles, or computer, or mobile phones. These are all physical products that you can touch and feel, right? Second example of products would be not really products but services. For example, consulting services or software as a service, SaaS as you might call it. And finally, the one that's most relevant for me because I'm part of that domain, which is digital products. Maybe let's ask the audience. I'm sure each one of us is touched by many digital products in our everyday life. Can anybody give me examples of any digital products that you use on an everyday life? Amazon, an e-commerce product. WhatsApp, Blinkit, Instagram, Paytm. So exactly, right? So all of these are examples of digital products. The next question could be that since we're talking about what is the product, right? A product can be as small as a like or a share on Facebook or a playlist on Spotify. It could be an entire experience, let's say onboarding or acquisition or retention or search and discovery, which typically would be a combination of different features and products, or it could be an entire company as well, right? If it's a small company, the whole company could be a product. With that, I hope that I've been able to explain somewhat what a product manager role looks like in digital organizations. And I'll probably draw my speech towards a close now. If there are any more questions that you have, or if anybody is interested in understanding more about this domain, I'm happy to connect with you offline and have a personal chat. Thank you once again for this opportunity here today, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, that was some clarity. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next speech, which is by Manoj, Toastmaster Manoj. It is his L1, P2 as well. So, one thing that sets him apart is it's not actually one thing, it's a couple of things. It is his discipline, integrity, being emotional and hardworking that sets him apart. One teacher that has had a significant impact on his life is his mother. He believes that she is her first teacher who's played the most important role as the first educator. And she has taught him a very important lesson in Sanskrit, which is Ati Sarvatra Varjayat, which means excess of anything should be avoided. She always advised her to take the middle path, give time to think when faced with problems, and act wisely. She also said to respect others and maintain discipline, as this will lead you to success. With that, I would now like to call upon Mr. Manoj.
We all live in a world where appearance is everything. Around us, on daily, we see or meet many people who are very fearful, very cheerful, very happy. But have you thought that behind that smile, it may be that person battling with some struggle? Yes, I'm talking about the silent struggle behind that smile. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Yes, of course, I'm talking about mental health. Right? Mental health nowadays become a burning issue, and it's play a very vital role in all aspects of our life. And if this issue do not handle properly at right time, it may be disastrous for all of us. So, before starting the general view of mental health, I would like to bring you in the back, that means in ancient time. In ancient time, issue of mental health was also prevalent, and people at that time thought that this is due to witches, devil, or maybe due to the curse of the gods. And the only solution of that things was exorcism, and to pray gods or to visit a holy place. That was the only cure of that type of things. Although the perceptions have changed with the times, but still in these days, many people think that it is the social stigma, and many people feel shy to explain it openly with your peers and your family members. That is the big problem. But mental health is not an imaginary thing, it is a real thing. It exists. It may be that some of us at present may be suffering from these things. Maybe your father, maybe your mother, maybe your brother sisters, your peers, professionals, there is no foundation for the mental illness. Thing is that at present time, as a citizen, as a individual, it is the great responsibility for all of us to break this stigma and make the atmosphere in the society in such a way that everyone, every individual feel and able to say that, hey guys, I'm not okay. Make such type of atmosphere, and it may be through counseling, being a friend, guide him, give some assistance. It may be medications, maybe other kinds of help that you can provide to that individuals and bring him out from this mental illness. Next thing is that I would like to give the data from the World Health Organization that about millions of people in the world are facing these problems, and alone in India 150 millions of people suffering from these things and they need urgent help. There is so many debates on this topic among the medical professionals that what is the cause, what is the definition, and what should be the right treatment of this problem. So, make such an atmosphere, break the ice in the society, so that everyone free to say and accept this fact, thus, yes, I am suffering from mental illness. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was good and inspirational. Okay, now I've shared a lot of stories, right? I would like to hear from the audience some of the fondest memories they've had when it comes to, their teachers, their guiding light in their lives. So anyone would like to volunteer? Sure.
Yeah, good morning everyone. Good morning. I think today topic is really very interesting. Really, right? So teacher role, I think we know that what is the role we are also experienced and what we can play as a teacher. Do you remember your first teacher?
Yes.
Thank you. Who is the current teacher?
Everyone.
Okay. Are you teaching to anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, yeah. We are also teachers because we finished our schooling. If you are not teaching anybody, you start teach. You will be learning more. And also keep one teacher with you also. Because normally we think that we know everything. But having a mentor, coach, along with you, right, it will drive you to the next step. So, for me, my first teacher, you believe it or not, second standard, I used to wake up at 4 o'clock, keep a diary. He used to check every day, as Akshay mentioned, his teacher used to ask 2 to 20 table, right? Every day I used to write that I wake up in the morning 4 o'clock and I did my puja, like a Shuklam Vardhanam, there is a sloka. Then after that my homework, everything. My father also used to give that report every day. Even if I miss it, he used to say he did not do it. Then if I go to the school, you believe it or not, there is a punishment. It's not normally, nowadays punishment is not right, there is a punishment. With that, right? And second thing is truthfulness. How you are truthful. Normally people say, to escape something, right, you will be telling 100 lies. That is a really great mistake. Normally we do it. You escape from one thing, right? You are not escaping from the situation. You will be facing a lot of problems. And also I did learn that telling the truth, right, you will be always living with your happiness. Otherwise you are telling lies means that you are remembering that live, and you need to covering under stories. So 2 things I learned, that discipline is the one most important in our life to grow to the next step. And also keep a teacher with you always who will be correcting us to go into the right path. So that is what 2 things I wanted to give you this. Thank you very much.
Okay. So this was the trailer of the next session, which is the table topic session, which is being impromptu, coming on stage and speaking on a topic. For that, we have our table topic master for today. His name is Akshay Srivastava, and we know that he's the president of our club. One of the things that sets him apart is he's not bragging, but his empathy is something that sets him apart, and I truly agree. If you've met Akshay, I think he is truly empathetic and one of the greatest persons to learn from. One of the things that he shares with us is talent is visible no matter how much is the chows. And one of the teachers that has had a significant impact on his life is his childhood tuition teacher, because of whom he's had an upper hand during all his primary years. So give it up for Akshay, guys.
Good morning once again. So, this is the table topic session, and I am the table topic master for the day. And usually we call the speakers, only one speaker onto the stage, and that speaker is given a topic, and the speaker has to think on the topic for 15-20 seconds, ponder over it, and the speaker has to give the speech for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, but today there is a small creativity, I would say, added to it. Today there will not be a single speaker onto the stage. It is a team game today. Okay, there will be 2 speakers onto the stage, and they will be given a situation. Mostly the situation will be around the classrooms. We all have been to classrooms, and there are some situations we have all faced in common. Okay, so I'll explain how it will work. So there will be 2 speakers, and it will be decided in the beginning itself who will start the speech. Okay, so I'll give a situation, and the speaker 1 will start the speech and speak for 1 minute. Okay, and then the story will be carried forwarded by the another speaker, speaker 2. The timer here will help me. I'll need your help here. So the first speaker has to speak minimum of 1 minute, and at 45 seconds you can show the red card. So the speaker 1 has to transfer the speech, or the speaker 2 can take over anywhere between 45 seconds to 1 minute. Got it? And then the speaker 2 will start the speech at 1 minute, and the speaker 2 has to take over till 2 minutes. Okay, so this is the theme, and the disqualification criteria is if speaker 1 speaks less than 30 seconds, both the team or the entire team will be disqualified, and if the speaker 2 speaks more than 2 minutes 30 seconds, then the team will be disqualified. Everyone on the same page? Any doubts? Yeah, please. No discussion will be there. I'll tell you what will happen. I'll give a situation, you both have to ponder. So basically it depends upon the speaker 1 how to start the story and how to weave the story around the situation. Then the speaker 2 is obviously listening to the person, right? So the speaker 2 can ponder in that 1 minute or 45 seconds to 1 minute that how he or she can continue the story. It is about your imagination, anything. So the situation will be given to speaker 1 and the speaker 2 will continue. Everyone on the same page? Yeah, please.
Can I show the cards?
Sure, please.
You can just give an example. So speaker 1, I remember.
So speaker 1 will start, and at 45 seconds the timer will show the red card.
For the guests, yes?
For the guest. And this card will be up till 1 minute. So speaker 1 can transfer the speech, or speaker 2 can take over anywhere between 45 seconds to 1 minute. Okay, and they can show the gesture like you can carry forward, and then speaker 2 will start, and then again the speaker 2 has to speak till 1 minute, and then the timer will show the card at 45 seconds, and the card will be up till 1 minute. Okay,
so that's 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's 2 minutes. For the second, entirely it is 2 minutes, and for speaker 2 it will be 1 minute. 2:30. Disqualification will be at 2:30. Yeah, so the timer card will be up till 2:30. Till 2:30. Okay. Any doubts? Yeah, please.
What if speaker one goes above 1 minute and like 1 minute 15 seconds speaks?
So he has to keep this in mind that anywhere between 45 seconds to 1 minute he has to hand over the speech or the topic to the speaker too. That is the disqualification criteria again. So that's why 15 seconds is given here. So we have to give the chance to speaker too as well. It's a team game. So no. Okay. So shall we start? Yes. Okay. Then I want volunteers. Please raise your hand for this. Okay. You both can come now, please. One mic. Can we have another mic? Vanita, do you have mic? Yeah. Who will start? You both can decide.
So first you will not provide the topic.
No,
After that,
who will start?
okay.
Who will start? You will start.
Okay, I'll start.
Please tell me your names.
Sanjana.
and Sanjana.
Okay. The situation. The teacher asks you for homework and you realize that you have turned in the wrong assignment. What you will do? The teacher asks for homework and you realize that you have turned in the wrong assignment. What you will do?
So, okay, just give me a clarity. I'll be just explaining, or it will be like that he will be my student, or...
You have to think about the situation. You are in the classroom and then you have to weave a story around the situation. You are sitting in the classroom.
Okay, like he will be like my fellow friends or something?
That depends upon your imagination.
I'll be your classmate. Let's have a discussion on that.
Okay. Okay. Okay, this is I have done, right? Can you please check my homework?
Sure.
So actually the thing is that ma'am told me that you need to complete the assignment of English. Okay, so she has given this topic, writing the essay on the cow, right? But instead of cow, I was not aware I have done all the wrong things. Instead of cow, I have written down, I have given the explanation of dog. Now the ma'am will come and she will be asking, what the hell you have done? So can you just tell me how I can overcome on these things? I know that it will be very funny situation. Instead of cow, I've explained all the things for dog, like things.
It's a very critical situation here, Sanjana. So because like, as we at least wrote like an essay related to at least to the same teacher. I was doing partying last night and I thought that it was a science project and I did the assignment on the other thing and I turned that into this teacher. So I completely don't understand what to tell the teacher right now. So I'm thinking of some excuses what to make here. So, and also I completely don't understand why I forgot, because I was not listening to the teacher or else I was having something else in the mind. I completely did the assignment, which was a science project. So I'm also in the same situation here with you, so I think we both should bunk the class right now. And we should come back tomorrow with the assignments like completed here. Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But I think we can modify the theme also, like somewhere some person is confused, so it can be a like discussion type or something. Isn't it?
Can I have a mic?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Give it up for both of them, guys. It's a different kind of a thing we are doing today, and they were the flag bearer of this activity. So I would ask you or request you to give it up for them once again. Okay, so volunteer for the second topic. We have two on the right side. Guys on the left, please be aware. I am coming on to you for the next topic. Yeah, please, you both can tell. Please give it up for them. Rahul and Pravesh. Name written, right? Okay, who will start? Let's start. So, Toastmaster Rahul, the situation for you is you confidently raise your hand to answer a question, only to realize you have no idea of what to answer. What you will do? You confidently raise your hand to answer a question, only to realize you have no idea what to do. How will you react to the situation?
So, Professor, you asked me a question. What is your favorite memory about any teacher? Right? And internally, I'm thinking I do not recall the name of the teacher with whom I had that fond memory. So, I'll just think about your name. Let's say Akshat, all right? And I'll say I had a very fond memory of my teacher whose name was Akshat, and he made me stand in front of the entire class and speak about a topic where I misspelled two words, rare and several. And I spoke for 10 minutes and the entire class was laughing, and the teacher just ensured that I went ahead with my speech, didn't interrupt me at all, and at the end just took me after the class and then gave me the explanation, so that I got the understanding of what those those words meant. Over to you.
So class, that is how we learn how to answer something even if you don't know anything about it. So this is a good example of how to think on the feet and how to answer the question without answering the question actually. So a big kudos to our fellow student, and I would like each one of you to learn from him on how to think on the feet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely, this is a skill which you learn, classroom skill, and it is even sometimes useful in office meetings as well, how to answer the situation, and I'm sure all of you must have gone through one such situation. So, I am looking to the people or the members on this side now. Please raise your hand or I'll pick them, otherwise. Okay, I have got the volunteer. Please come on the stage. Toastmaster Panda and guest Utkarsh. Okay, so please decide who will be the first speaker.
You want to?
Okay. This is the only time you can connect, okay? Okay, who will be the first speaker?
Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Panda, the situation for you is your teacher is staring at you, clearly expecting an answer, but you were daydreaming about lunch. How would you handle the situation? Your teacher is staring at you, clearly expecting an answer, but you were daydreaming about lunch. How would you handle the situation?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, definitely this is a situation for real-time situation in our meeting also. Everybody expecting something, but we will be going into visualization. Something like it, my teacher was asking some question. I'm into some dreams, maybe going somewhere, where to take lunch or something. So, but suddenly she was started asking a question, so I need to answer. But I completely am out of context, how to answer. So this is a really a tricky situation, and how to get it is a bigger confusion. So that is what I am thinking. I am looking at the people around me who is attending with me, what to answer. Maybe I am also sometimes looking at some notes if anybody is writing or something, so to answer that. So same thing, how do you handle any help from your side, any suggestions to answer to my teacher?
If I were this position and I have this kind of problem at hand where teacher is staring at me and I don't know how to answer, then I'll pause for 3 seconds or 4 seconds. Kind of think, or maybe wait for the right word which comes into my mind. If nothing comes, then I might keep standing silently. If something comes into my mind, then I would repeat the last sentence which the teacher has said and say something gibberish and then sit down. Yeah, that's it.
Give it up for them once again, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have 2 names in my mind, and I would like to call these people onto the stage. DTM Bazahir and DTM Nibi onto the stage, please, for the next topic. You guys can decide.
You want to go first or I'll follow?
You can go first. Okay, I'll go first.
Nice way to build pressure.
Okay. Your situation is your friend sends you a hilarious meme during class and you accidentally laugh out loud. How would you explain the situation to the teacher? Your friend sends you a hilarious meme during class and you accidentally laugh out loud. How do you explain the situation to the teacher?
Are you a teacher? I'm really sorry. That wasn't for the subject that you're teaching, but it was something, a weird memory that I had recalled from the morning. I know you're gonna ask me why did I laugh, and before you can even jump to a conclusion, I don't have a phone. I know all of you are looking at me right now, but I'm sorry. I really like your subject, and don't fail me. I guess none of you are convinced with what I'm saying. Today is the best day and the worst day of my life. People are still serious over here. I was the same before the meme came to me. Ma'am, trust me, I do not use phone in the class. Please do not take my phone away. Thank you.
So funny, no? I'm sure you do not have a phone. So if you can enlighten all of us what happened in the morning, we're all so curious to know what happened.
See, I was sweating so bad, I pulled my pant like this and it teared. You can see it right there. That's what happened. You can see it right. It just happened.
I think it's about time that you go through the uniform code of the school. I'm not sure if tone pants are allowed. And you mentioned you don't have a phone. So let me check with your classmates sitting around. Do you guys have a phone that you perhaps may have shared it or passed it on? You can just put it out on the table. Back to you, Toastmaster Akshay.
I tore it so bad.
Give it up for them once again for showcasing their humorous side through this table topic. Okay, I do have one topic left with me. Any volunteers in the house? Yes, please. I have one. I want one more.
Yes.
Any guest? Yes, ma'am, please come. Your name? Antara. Guest Antara and guest Sakshi. You can take your mics. So we'll start.
Antara.
Guest Sakshi. We'll start. You walked in the class 10 minutes late and everyone, including the teacher, staring back at you. What's your excuse? You walked in the class 10 minutes late and everyone, including the teacher, staring back at you. What's your excuse?
Very sorry, ma'am, that we reached late. Come here, come. Actually, ma'am, we wanted to go to the bathroom, but you know how it is. It was getting mopped. And because it was getting mopped, it was very slippery and she fell down. So because she fell down, we had to go back to her home and change her dress actually. Yeah, so that happened, ma'am, but I'm very sorry. We are very sorry that we could not come in time for today only, ma'am. Please, let us be a part of this class. And from tomorrow onwards, we will not fall down anywhere. No, we will come to the class in time. Please go tell.
So I know, you know, ma'am, that we stay nearby and it just takes maybe just 5 minutes for us to go to our place and change and come back. But she's the one who takes a lot of time to decide the dress because the uniform that we have got teared up, and then hence it took like 5 minutes extra for us to enter. But we'll make sure, as she said, none of us will fall next time, or maybe we'll take time to change our dress or think about it, what to wear. So please allow us today, and we'll definitely pay attention. We'll not think about what we are going to wear next in our next party, and we'll just pay total attention in the classroom. And so please allow us. Thank you.
Please give it up for them once again, ladies and gentlemen. So that was about the table topic session. I really hope you must have gone through the memory lane and must have recalled some of the incidents, these incidents only, which might have happened with you as well. So that's about me as the table topic master for the day. And now I will hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vanita, please.
Wow, I think even I traveled back because I was late once or twice, and I did not have such reasons back then, not creative, but I would just put my head down and make an innocent face and enter into the class. Anyway, so that was a great session that we had. Now we'll move on to our third session, which is the evaluation session. Everyone has performed. Now we want to know how they have performed, right? So we have some good people and in the house, and I would now like to call upon Toastmaster Prashant, our general evaluator, to take it forward from here on.
Nita, we will call the evaluators later.
All right. Did everyone enjoy the speeches and the table topic? Yes. Nice. It was fun, right? And now moving on to our next part is the tag team report. We'll have our Toastmaster Akshay present the timer report. Sorry? Did I say one word? Yeah. What did I say? Sorry, I'm lost. What did I say, Avishay? Sorry. Akshay, sorry. I was thinking about the table topics. Where is the mic? Sorry, I'm lost. That is what I was thinking. You should say. Exactly. That's what I thought.
Okay, my bad. So now we'll start with evaluation first of the prepared speeches. For that, I would now like to call upon Toastmaster Nibi to give her evaluation on the speaker number 1.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope all of you all enjoyed our first speaker's speech and we have a better understanding of what a tech product manager does, right? So for the benefit of guests, I will go through my evaluation by talking about what the speaker excelled at, what are the areas of improvement, and maybe one tip or one takeaway that I'd like the speaker to implement in his next projects. All right. So what I absolutely loved is you met the objective of your project, which was to speak with a purpose, which was to have a well-constructed speech. So you would have noticed that you had like a very good opening body and conclusion. You opened your speech by asking a question to the audience, thereby engaging the audience as well as building a rapport. So that made sure that you're here on stage very comfortable. You were able to maintain eye contact throughout the room. You came across as someone who's very confident, and it shows when you're talking about something that you really know very well. You're very confident. Next, the clarity with which you spoke about the role, about what it is not and what it is. I think that also shows the expertise that you bring in. It shows that there is credibility to what you're talking about, rather than talking about something that you're not very well aware of or something that you've just read off the internet and you're just coming and trying to present. It was a very unique topic, unlike a lot of the other run-of-the-mill topics that we're used to hearing. And all of us love to hear what a new role is, or maybe gain a better understanding. What I absolutely loved is you used a prop to explain better so that the audience was able to visualize what this niche role is and where it lies, right? It lies at the crux of so many different aspects. You used gestures, open palms, and your purpose was very clearly defined, which was speaking to inform the audience. Now, areas of improvement. What I would have loved to see is maybe you could have shared how did you become a tech product manager. So for those of us in the audience who perhaps have a penchant for technology or product, voice modulation is something that you could implement to drive home a point, where you talk about what do you think it is. Now let me tell you what it is not. You see the impact of the difference it makes. You could have used more time. You utilized only 5 minutes and 36 seconds. You had almost another 2 minutes. So perhaps a stronger conclusion. You could have maybe taken 1 or 2 questions to use up that time. In a nutshell, I think what you should work on in the next project and what you can implement is voice modulation. And when you're speaking to inform an audience, consider presenting research or data. So there are a lot of companies like Gartner, there are reports on the Economic Times, etc. So it just builds authenticity to what you're talking about. So all the best, and I hope to see you up here in your next project. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Okay. Now I would like to call upon our second evaluator, Toastmaster Monica, for our second speaker. Thank you.
Okay, my speaker was Toastmaster Manoj. And I would like to congratulate first. It was a very, very relevant topic for all of us in our lives. Somewhere in our lives we have experienced this mental pressure or mental problems and we don't know how to overcome. And you took this topic and explained it very well in this forum. So you started with an explanation. So we did not know that, okay, you are trying to speak on this, but you came here and you started with a situation kind of, or a issue which is there in the society and every one of us are facing, and you explained it with a kind of story. I would not say it is a story, but it was a kind of story which made us understand that you are going to talk on this mental health. I think there was no mention of your topic, so we got to know with that explanation. So this story, this topic was well explained, was well written. You explained about the issue. You told us that how the society is taking it at present, and how we can overcome, like meditation, take help from friends or the specialist to overcome this kind of situation. You had a data in your speech which was like 150 billion of people are suffering as of now. So it was a well written speech, and also I noticed that you were very calm on the stage this time. You were speaking, and it was not appearing that okay, you have learned something or you are just reading it out or something like that. It was very calm and it was very good. Words were very clear and rightly used. Voice was just apt in terms of it was not too loud that someone outside can hear, and it was not too low that we cannot hear at the back of the room. So it was very apt. The points which I want you to improve on the voice modulation. So it was a nice story, but there were points where you could have emphasized more on some of the stories or some of the points which will give the more impact to the audience and which will make you emphasize on that point. So first is voice modulation, second is eye contact and the stage use simultaneously, because when you were walking around the stage, you were making the eye contact, but it was not proper. So it is like a V you can follow from your next speech onward. So you can just start with the person in front, then go back and then come to this side. So like that you can just maintain it. And the expressions, though I found that there were less expressions in your speech, so just implement more expressions. When you are just telling something, just express it on the face. So just I want to conclude my evaluation on the point that your writing is good. Just work on the voice modulation and other things to just present your point more impactfully. Thank you.
Okay, so that was some great evaluation. I think not only the speaker learned, both the speakers learned about it. I think we are also going to take back some important pointers as to how your voice should be modulated, how not just having the content is important, but also how you present it is important. Now that we've done with that, I would now like to call upon our general evaluator to take forward the evaluations on the participants.
Thank you. Oh my. Oh. Sorry guys for that mess up earlier. My mind was also frozen for some time. Okay. Coming back, very well topics by our Toastmaster Akshay and wonderful speeches. Now there is a report which says any speaker has only first 7 seconds to capture the audiences. Now that emphasizes the need of communicating your message very crisply in a time-bound manner. And how did you guys do it in your speeches, be it the speakers, evaluators or our table topic masters? I shall request our timer, Toastmaster Vaishak, to present the report. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Time is very important, right? Because it's lunchtime, we're all getting hungry. I'll keep my report short and crisp with just a message at the end. We started the meeting on time at 11, so it's all good. The Sergeant-at-Arms took 6 minutes for your speech. The presiding officer took 7 minutes for your address. And moving on to the prepared speeches, the speakers were well within time. Just falling across the 5-minute mark, you still have ample time. You could include more content for your speech. The table topics, except one team, the other 4 teams were well within time. So kudos to keeping up that. I understand that this timing as such is something very new. It's not a usual timing that we follow for Toastmasters. So I'll leave it up to the table topic master and general evaluator to check that point. And the evaluations, both the evaluators are also well within time. So all good on the timing part. Now, you remember I ended my speech in the morning with one important quote. Time is money. We are here every week for 2 hours, which translates to 120 minutes. And how long do we renew our membership for? 6 months, right? So that translates to 2,880 minutes. I use my phone calculator, I'm not a human calculator. I checked this before I came on stage. So every minute that you come here on stage, every minute that you attend your Toastmasters meeting is an investment for yourself. So make sure that you are coming to meetings, attending them, making use of your time, table topics, prepared speeches. Get set geared, because this investment, trust me, will help you in the long run. With that, I end my report for today. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Whitefield. As it is important to communicate our message in a timely bound manner, it's also very important that we avoid using too many distractions in our speeches. Right? Too many verbal pauses that diminish the quality of your speeches. So now I would request our R-Counter, Toastmaster Samir, to present his R-Counter report.
Good afternoon again. So, starting off with the Toastmaster of the day, Vanita. As the word filler words are and were repetitively used, are being used 16 times and being used 18 times. So in case you're going on, in case you're feeling that there is something that is happening, or it's in the back of the mind that how do I fill in these words, just take a pause, take a deep breath, and recollect your speech. Was used twice and so was used 4 times. Moving on to the speakers, Aditya, fabulous, no filler words used at all. And Manoj also same thing, no filler words, it was not used at all. Moving on, we have Monica, which is evaluator 2. R's were used 9 times, were used 10 times, and was used once. Moving on, table topic, Pranesh, you've used R 6 times and 4 times. And another word which was used was and repetitively, which was used 5 times. Moving on, we have guest Sakshi, who has used R once and twice. And finally, we have Vaishak, which is fabulous again, no filler words used at all. Nibi, again, same thing, no filler words used. Toastmaster Konda and guest Utkarsh, again, no filler words used at all, which is fabulous. Finally, Toastmaster Akshay, R's were used twice, so was used once, and that is it. Prashant, no filler was used. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope all of you are able to see how incrementally the feedback mechanism has been established by Toastmasters. The reason why I am saying is, first, it's all about capturing the audience in a very crisp manner by being timely, sensitive about how you deliver the speeches. Second is, how do you improve the distractions by avoiding those filler words, sounds, ah sounds. Now the third important parameter which makes your speeches very effective and receivable is the use of quality verbs or the grammarians. So let me welcome our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Abhinesh, to give you that report. Thank you. Sorry for that.
I guess it's good afternoon now. So good afternoon all. This is my grammarian report. I just noted whoever had used the word of the day and the phrase of the day, as well as the improper grammatical usages and some quotes or thoughts that I liked. The word of the day, unsung, was not used because so I missed it. So I was noting down something else that you had mentioned. So sorry about that. Thank you very much, Nevi, for using that. I didn't notice it. And in a nutshell, two people used in a nutshell, Aditya and Nibi, I noted. And some of the quotes that I really liked today are from Vanita, who said nitpicky, which means overly critical. She also mentioned sets somebody apart, that is to set somebody distinctly apart from others. In hindsight, reflecting back or looking back into the past, Aditya, you used demystify, which means to give clarity, procrastinate, which means to delay, amidst, which is in the middle of something. Manoj, you used exorcism, which means to dispossess somebody of evil spirits or ghosts. Social stigma, which means social stain. Break the ice in society, which means that to introduce something new into the society. Akshay, you used ponder over it, which means to think about something. Nibi, you used run of the mill, which is what I was noting down when you used Ponshaw. Which run of the mill means common or ordinary. Niche, which means something towards a specific group or something peculiar. Prashant, you used the word diminish, which means reduce in value. And some of the improper grammatical usages today are I'll just say the phrase which was used instead of going into the context, and whoever has used these will get to know the improper usage. One most important thing is incorrect. You could have used one of the most important things. Carry forwarded can be converted into carried forward. There was it teared. You could have used it tore. And the other one was every one of us are, which can be corrected as every one of us is. That's it from my side, and I used some filler words as well, but you haven't noticed it, and you won't get a chance to present it. You won't get a chance to present it, but thank you very much. Thank you all.
That was self-evaluation, Avinish. All right. Coming back to the second part of the general evaluator role is evaluate and provide a feedback on how the overall meeting went. We did start the meeting on time, but we started with a very less number of participants. And our president has been posting messages to reach on time. From next time, I request that let us try to make in time so that we start with a full house. And thanks to our Toastmaster Gopinathan and others who have set up the place well in advance. The meeting did run smoothly. Thanks to everyone for their cooperation. And I have also noticed that our PO did introduce our guest members to this house. And all the instructions were given by all the role players and speakers. One thing probably that I missed, Toastmaster Vaishak, please correct me, is when you introduced about your role, I think you forgot to flash the cards, right? So you came in at the later part of that, but that was something for guests it would have helped. Okay? The theme was explained well, and you did touch upon Toastmaster Vanira that we do come across so many teachers in our life, we forget to thank them as appropriate. That is probably one lesson for all of us, because they shape us as a person. Speakers were prepared. table topics were interesting. I hope everyone enjoy. And one thing I also could feel is this was like slightly different because table topics was usually impromptu, coming and giving a speech. Right? This was more of a discussion. So that will also provide some sort of communication tips to people, when they engage one-to-one back in their personal lives. That was good. To probably guest, I think, dressing. Sorry if I'm kind of being, on the other side of the observation, but this is a very serious and professional setup. If you are in a rush or unable to dress up formally, please at least try to be in business casuals or semi-formals. People put a lot of effort and time to come to the meeting. Thank you for that. Table topics, and then a few observations about our speakers and evaluators. Aditya, it was like a TED talk. I agree with our DTM Nibi. Coming and speaking from something or reading from an internet or somebody's journey would be okay, but sharing your own experience is something which was also a key lesson for me also. I learned few inputs. So I agree with what our DTM Nibi has explained. And Manoj, you focused on the social and mental conditioning. That was a very apt thing, because all of us are in this session because of the social conditioning we had when we were growing up. And it's very important that you also touched upon what are the different parameters or options that people can use to break away from that. And it was also highlighted by our speech evaluator, Toastmaster Monica, in her feedback. Right? From an evaluation perspective, DTM Nibi and Monica, you did cover the acknowledgement part of it. No, you did cover what positives did the speakers use and what are the recommendations. So guys, again I'm saying you are learning from the best speakers. So it's very important you please take the feedback back to your drawing room. And the last one, Konda, you touched upon, Toastmaster Konda, is the discipline. This is in line with what the mission statement of our Whitefield Toastmasters is, right? It is about continuous improvement rather than the perfect or a delayed perfection. So now, time for me to hand over it to our TMOD, Vanita. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. That was pretty detailed. And with that, I think we've completed our 3 sessions. And I would truly like to thank all the speakers, participants, and the role players for their contribution and making this session a success. Okay. All right then. I think in a nutshell, we can take back 2 learnings from today. One, whatever learnings are given by our teachers, to ensure that we incorporate those in our daily lives. And second, to give back, to thank them and remember them, not just on special occasions like Teachers' Day, but also in our daily lives. So that's about it from my side. I would now like to call upon Toastmaster Akshay to take it forward.
Good afternoon once again. I would... Guys, please check your WhatsApp groups and the guest groups. The links is already online. Please take the poll.
I know some of you might have network constraints. Please change network. Who is working, please move more because I see so far 9, they are coming more. I believe we are about 28. As long as we have 15 plus or about 17 plus most, should be fine. It's just around 11, please move. Some of us it's working. Some of us change to GU.
All the guests in the meantime, please keep voting. In the meantime, all the guests in the house who have not taken up the table topic today, please raise your hand. You and ma'am, okay. Yeah. Anyone, sir, you have taken the table topics? Okay, so I would like to ask you guys to give any feedback or suggestions. How did you like the meeting, the concept and all? So please, we can start from here. How did you like the meeting? Like, how did you like the concept and all?
Initially, I thought it was not a lot of time for me to sit, but it was engaging.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Overall, my company is doing well, and I ordered everything, so everything will be timely money, so everything that we maintain on time only, and timely method.
Thank you. We are almost on time and the polling is on. Before that, I have two announcements to make and then we will announce the results. So the contest season is on and we have decided the date of the Whitefield Club contest for table topics and evaluations, and the date is 29th of September. That is Sunday. Okay, all the details and all the deep dive details will be out in the from the post on all the WhatsApp groups. Okay, the date is again 29th of September, and the renewals, the second thing which I have to announce is the renewal season is already on. We have our own DTM Mazahir, who is the VP membership of the club. Please reach out to him for the renewals. Okay, this is the second announcement I have to make. Any doubts you guys have in the entire meeting or regarding these two announcements which I just made, you can feel free to ask. Any doubts in the meeting, anything which you want to ask, anything which is not clear to you yet, you can frankly ask to me now. Okay, cool then. Mazahir, what about the... Okay, I might need your phone to announce the results. Thank you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have the results and I'll start from the best table topic team, which is guest Sakshi and guest Antara. Please come to the stage. Clap should go on, ladies and gentlemen. Best auxiliary role player is the role of the timer, which is played by Toastmaster Vaishak. Best role player of the day, played by Toastmaster Vanita as Toastmaster of the day. Best speech evaluator for the day, DTM Nibi. Congratulations. And the best speaker for today, Toastmaster Manoj. Can we have a picture, please? Please come. Let's show a victory sign or maybe thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
It's a mix.
Thumbs up.
Alright, good. 3, 2, camera, one more. Bye.
Thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much guys for attending the meeting, and we are right on time, and I would like to adjourn the meeting with a stroke of gavel. Meeting number 88 of Whitefield Toastmasters. Someone can switch on the recording, please.